Hello everyone, to today's stream we're going to be playing more Manor Lords as promised. I did have some adulting to do, so I started later than I wanted to, which means it's unfortunately going to be only a 3 or 3.5 hour stream. But we will be back tomorrow evening with some Fallout, and then on Friday we're going to be back with some Medieval Dynasty chat versus streamer. On Saturday we'll return to No Man's Sky with the gang, and if I can't get a Medieval Dynasty team together for Sunday, we'll be doing No Man's Sky on Sunday as well. But welcome in, everyone. Hopefully you guys are having a good time. Announcements aside, for the next few weeks, you're going to see me a lot more, which is good, but that will always be up in the air for change for when, you know, we run into slower months at our job. You might see the schedule shift. I will try to be fully transparent with that. Luckily, my manager's really good at getting the schedules out 3 weeks early, so I should be able to inform you guys on what days we're going to be doing what. But without further ado, let's go ahead and boot up Manor Lords and get into the game. I did load it for the screenshot, make sure that everything was running right before we started, so hopefully there will be 0 technical difficulties. But this is your all good stream, so let's admit it, kind of unlikely. Alright, and the game should auto-populate here in a moment. Alright, let's load into the game. Last we left off, we've got a thriving little village. We've gone from hamlet to village pretty quickly. And we have the very beginnings of our manor constructed. We're also currently taking Obravis. Now, the idea is that we'll save this last territory to farm outlaws. But, as that was the plan, our Baron has seized it. Then our Baron was able to get over here and take out these bandits before I was ready. So we need to do several things. We need to claim Obravis, and then once we claim Obravis, we need to start getting some weapons made. And of course that's going to require more people and fervent trade. Excellent. It's November, so the berries aren't going to be needed anymore, which is why we don't have a family working them currently. You'll also notice that we don't really... I mean, here's where our food production is as far as the veggies go. We've got one of every kind of crop, and then we've got our orchards. Our orchards are not full size yet. They're still young trees, so we're not getting the maximum amount. But I do like this double road design. I know it's a little bit ugly. I do want to touch it up. But unfortunately, one thing I noticed, you used to be able to come through here and do like some finite control on the roads. But you really can't anymore. So what I did on a save through that I played earlier is I just kind of crossed the roads so that these roads would look like they've been traveled, but there's still spurts of grass. Maybe not the most solid road design. So we're just going to do this so that it looks like wagons have been up and down this road. Of course, some areas we're going to cut a little wider. Some areas we'll just kind of keep pretty tight like this. And then we'll come over here. And then we'll come up to here. This road. And the cool thing is the more the villagers use these roads, the more they will naturally just kind of widen, especially when buildings get built up alongside of them. So this will all flush out pretty well. But yeah, you could just come up here. This does help foot traffic. So there's been a problem since the AI pathing has changed, where everybody's trying to be more efficient, but then they get in each other's ways and little traffic jams can start. Now you can see up here the road widens, which is nice. And then down here, it kind of narrows. So we'll keep that the way it is. But now we've got side by side, you know, people scattering out a little more as they walk down this road, which is very important. Well, it looks like I did. These were the starter buildings. I've actually haven't built that much. These I expanded simply just because I've been fighting bandits, but I have no means to defend them. So that'll be the tricky part. Now I do have some coins so that I can hire some mercenaries should the need arise. But we need to start preparing this place for war. And my idea is that once I get this place built, we'll be able to throw archers in there, and when they come to raid our village, I mean, these people are defenseless, but that was the way of closing your gates in a medieval city. If you had a fortification and you had to close your gates, the people, of course, would shudder into hiding zones, but your farmlands would likely get burned. So, in a way, we're staying kind of true to how history would have played out. Let's see what kind of building supplies we have. We have a little bit. I'd like to build some other structures. I kind of talked about it in the announcement, but I definitely want a granary. And we're going to fully upgrade that and fully staff it. And then I definitely want some storage. This will allow people to go in and out of the castle walls and help me test the mechanics of shutting the gates, which I think is going to be important. I also think if you're going to have a manor, you got to have like a really nice series of roads going up to it. And then we'll cross over here, cross over here. We'll make a path branching off this way. Maybe another one coming up like this. Basically just trying to make it look like this path is worn its way through. Here's a well. I think there'd be a lot of foot traffic around the well. So we'll make some cross paths here. I also like the idea that maybe these roads were really thick. I was trying a technique there, but it didn't work. So now we've got this. You know what? They would 100%. There'd probably be a pathway here. Ugh. Well, I'm glad I'm just filling in, because that's ugly. Anyway, there we go. This well looks like it is now well traveled. Oh man, this game. So this game came out in like 2024, April of 2024, and it was made by one dude. And then last summer he upgraded it from Unreal 4 to Unreal 5. And then it got really mega popular. He released a big update that added a lot of quality of life to the game, and everything was looking good. That wasn't until he started to fall behind with the demands and the popularity of the game. So then he had to build a team, which is great, and they found that the code was very poorly optimized. So there's going to be a lot of work done to it, but it went quiet for several months until early October when he surprised the world with an update. There are things that are still broken in the update, but he wanted to at least let us beta players get our hands on it and try it out. That's right, you heard it here, folks. Jarl of Goats is an absolute beta. And then overlooking here, we see a village being built down there. That's going to be my village soon. This is a territory we own with a very large fishing resource. Excellent. This ensures that if the Baron wants to make a move, it'll have to be war, and it's got clay, and it's got iron, and I think, even though I really want Krumlit, I think we're going to have to take Obrevisi first. Now, Obrevisi also has really terrible farmland, so we're going to have to invest in some farms to get it started. But in order to do this, we're going to have to go to taxes and start taxing people, and they are going to hate it. You know what? Let's push it to 10% so that I can get my town's happiness to a point where everything will work out very well. We still have a couple homes that need filled. We are not going to go to Burgage Plot 2. We are going to stick with Burgage Plot 1 until I get a healthy population, and then we're going to do it. Hello, Sun Yangtze. I am doing well. How are you doing? Hey, look. It's where I lived 2 weeks ago. I have both buildings on the highest priority, so they should theoretically be able to handle anything they need. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get any finer than that. Family members just moved in, so we have a new family. The granary's been built. Let's upgrade that. And then we're going to put a smithy in here. It was very common for the castle to have their own smithy. Especially when it came to horseshoes. Although the smithy was never kept directly inside the same fortifications as the manor, it was usually kept in the outer curtain because they did smell. So, here's our smithy. And I'm going to put this... Oh my. I'm sorry. Wow, they really upgraded the footprint on this, didn't they? There we go. Put it over near the large storehouse. Now, the storehouse is probably where I'm going to put most of my iron ore. The bloomery we'll keep in town. The other building that we can build that we are going to need is going to be the trader. So we were going to put a trading post over here. Or would it be wiser to have the trading post over here? You know what? I think the trading post would be along the King's Road for sure. Which is this one right here. We got a stables next to it as well. We'll buy a livestock trading post and put it right next to it. Might as well take advantage of the fact that we're in winter. There's not going to be very much food, you know, production. We do have two hunters here just trying to work their hardest to get these small game animals down. We're also going to have to build a tannery. We've gotten to that point. Oh, no, actually, hides come from goats, not the small game. The small game makes pelts, and you can sell the pelts. Polyfo, welcome in. All that masculine sweat from working. Not only the masculine sweat, but just the smell. People have to realize that charcoal that they used in those kilns weren't always coal. Sometimes it was peat. Sometimes it was wood charcoal, which is like glass. But it was an incredible stinky, pungent smell. I don't know if you guys live in a state where you could do land clearing with fire, but whew, it's aggressive.
Why do I have to carry this alone? You'll swear they were picked this very morn. Vegetables.
We have 2 homes left for them to fill in, and then we'll start building our next plots. We also have raiders coming in 69 days. That's where a lot of our funds are going to have to go. Because our spear militia, if you remember, got their asses whooped. Absolutely got our asses whooped. So... here's to hoping we get more people. We could work on building some production homes. But I don't like the idea of a straight road dictating how they're built.
Keep your hearth warm and your home cozy.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take this road right here, this angular road, and keep it stretching out to here. This will create a nice visual once everything's said and done. We can also... Oh, look at that dip. I don't think... Well, maybe backyards could fit there.
Anywhere else?
Let's build this one up like so, and then connect the roads like so. Okay. Snap these to the grid, move them back. There, if we're gonna have one without a backyard, might as well make it this one and give it a cool angle.
Vegetables, get your daily dose of greens, healthy and hearty.
There we go. That'll break out the monotony of that space, and then we can come over here and build a few more homes like that. This will fill it out while giving the castle its defensive berth that it needs. Manors built inside cities did have homes that would build right up to it, but at the same time, there would still be a gap between the walls and the buildings. I don't know if I want to build a road back there. Look at our upgraded granary and our upgraded longhouse, or storehouse, and then we've got the smithy being built. And I think that's pretty much it. After that, we could start working on wall design. We're going to have to contend with these raiders first. Okay. Let's order a horse and get one trading family here. Now, as you can see, we've already got some things importing. Actually, wait, why am I importing mortar? Am I not making mortar yet? That's why I'm importing it. I'm importing it until we have 15, so we're not going to be buying too much. Rubble is going to be important. Oh my god, I already had people working. Oh no. I did not see that I already put stuff here. We've already been trading. So then we're going to use those resources to instead build a bloomery. Again, the bloomery was a rather stinky place. So we'll build it on the outside of town. The reason why we're doing that is because if you look, there will be a smell. Oh, it's behind my webcam. There will be a fire hazard zone and a smell zone. So I'm trying to train myself to plan for the smell zones. Especially the tannery, for example, or any place that made dyes. They used to use human urine as a chemical reagent for those dyes. So that pop-up said it's cold, meaning that people are going to burn through a lot more wood. So if you notice, our wood jumped down from 21 to 17. All right. New families are moving in. That's a good sign. Jesus property. How dare you? So the goal here is just going to be trying to get arms for the attack. Now they're going to be here within 27 days. And this is all we need right here. We could go with this as well. Light mercenary spearmen and some archers, but that would save me some money too. You know what? I need all the money I can get. I know that they're going to be pretty far away, but flock of crazy geese. What a name for a bunch of mercenaries. Hey guys, how's it going? Could I get you to come into my town? And actually, you know what, you guys, I would really appreciate it if all of you just picked up the pace. Now, we are going to come into our squad here. We're going to hire as many men-at-arms as it'll let us, 11, and we're going to do our tradition. We're about to have a big war. So, let's start off from the top. We're going to name these after active people in chat. We've got Zuthoro, who spoke with me before we went live as well. So, obviously, he's the man in charge. Zuthoro, let me ask you a question. Do you prefer a shield in a melee weapon, or do you prefer a polearm? And for all of you in chat, let me know. Polearm or shield and sword and board. Right now, what I'll do is I'll give him a polearm, but we're gonna give Zuthoro a cool looking polearm. Ooh, that's pretty aggressive. Oh, the Warhammer, obviously. I'm leaning. Oh, that one's cool. An axe and a spear. That one would be cool too. So you have like a saber. You walked away for 2 seconds. Yeah. So Zuthoro, do you prefer like really big pole arms so you could take out mounted cavalry and break through armor? Or do you prefer, like when you envision yourself as a hero, are you the sword and board type? Okay, so I'm looking through the pole arms, and I personally am a big fan of the Warhammer. Oh, okay, hang on. Let's see that one. Dragon from Final Fantasy. Briggs! Slag to you as well. Also, Briggs, love your Warmoose Industries stuff that you put on the workshop for space engineers. Skull to you and welcome in. If you guys are space engineer players and you want to try a really cool thing and have like designs of ships that look like they are intentionally designed by the same company that serve a whole bunch of different uses, I highly recommend you check out Briggs' channel. But do we have 40k Warhammers? No, because I don't want to retcon my story 6 times and still think it's the best story written. Okay, so we're looking for, if we were to put that in a medieval context, I think this thing would do just as much damage. Oh, wait, actually? One of the other weapons they have, right there. Let's go with that one. A spear and an axe in the same weapon? Hell yeah. Now, as is tradition, since you are in my retinue, we are going to equip you with different aspects. Later on, we'll upgrade you, but you're going to be the only one with a pointed helmet. You're going to be the leader. And for clothing, we always go maroon, yellow maroon to match our coat of arms. And there we go. We've got Zuthoro, who, by the way, steals anything that catches his eye. That's his personality trait. All right, next up. In the chat log, we've got V. So, V, it looks like you are sword and board, unless you prefer a polearm. Let's make sure I spelt this right. I did. I know my Roman names, I'll tell you that much. You have fought in many battles! So everybody else is going to be wearing the same helmet. I think the metal cap probably is the best one we've got. As for weapons, I see V. I just love the meat mallet. Let's give V a warhammer. As for the shield, that's the shield I prefer. Body, we're going to change your clothes here. Actually, you as Zathoro? Hey! Thank you, Zathoro, for the subscription. There we go. Yeah, there you are. That's Zathoro. Now we know who the leader is. And again, we're going to go maroon, yellow, maroon. And then we're going to do the same for the shield. Maroon, yellow, maroon. And now we've got V in the mix. The next one up is Sun Yangtze. Sun Yangtze, polearm is the superior weapon, so I shall hide cowardly behind a shield instead, if I may bear your colors. Of course you may. So, our next shieldman is right here. We're going to call this one Sun Yangtze. There we go. Sun Yangtze, we're going to go ahead and give you the Gambizin. You've got the right shield. I kind of like the axe. But we are going to give you a sword. There we go. Look at that. Sun Yangtze has a pet falcon that you use for hunting and scouting. Fascinating. And our third named person, Lawrence, is going to be Polyfo. Polyfo, welcome in. Let's get him in the garb of our king. And for weapons, I kind of like this really sharp fuck-off blade, you know? I think that's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and do maroon, yellow, maroon. There we go. And, of course, with the proper helmet, just like everybody else. Ooh, I like the white. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, Herman is now, let's go up here, Property the Alcoholic. Obviously, I'm not active in chat. Half the time you stream, I'm enjoying nap time. Oh, gee, thanks. Thanks, Property. For that, you don't get a choice. And also, I'm not going to give you a cool weapon. I'm going to give you the one that I hate the most. So let's look for the dumbest polearm ever for Property the Alcoholic. May he not come back. Ever. It's got to be that one. I mean, it's still an effective weapon, but God, is that dumb looking. Look at your stupid weapon, Property. And you're obsessed with cleanliness. Okay. Sure. Son Yangtze, get that helmet off. Kunrad is going to be Briggs. Briggs, you are taking the place of Kunrad. But of course, Briggs gets a warhammer. Because hammers smash. Briggs smash. Briggs smash with hammer. There we go. Now we just gotta color all these ones in, because we don't have any active chatters quite yet on YouTube or Twitch. So, we'll go ahead and do this. Oh yeah, and Briggs, you left the monastery in pursuit of adventure. I actually think that fits. A holy man who's come to bring down the teachings of the War Moose. Hopefully these unnamed peasants will take the hits for you guys, but we do a thing on this channel where if in battle your character falls, we build a shrine for you. And then gradually, as time goes on, there will be more and more shrines dotting the landscape, which I think will be funny. This guy looks like a medieval Duke Nukem. I don't have time to play with myself. There we go. Let's give him the proper... Oh, he was already on the proper helmet. Let's give him the proper shield at least. Maroon, yellow, maroon. Maroon, yellow, maroon. There. So that's our retinue. They're going to spawn up here. So we're going to wait until the other forces get here, and then we're going to spawn the retinue. And see how many of you die a horrible death. We'll take bets. You know what? Let's make a poll. Let's do a poll real quick on Twitch. We're going to do a poll. Will Zuthuro survive the battle? Might just freeze to death. Well, that's why I gave you the gambazons, the quilted gambazons. I'm a good man. There we go. I'm going to make the duration of this poll 5 minutes. Start the poll. A poll has been created. Feel free to vote. This is bikini weapon. Then you know what? Bikini weather indeed. There we go. Oh, wow. Straight up running. Why are the others stuck? The others are stuck because there's a peasant, Peter, going home. That means that they're likely to die. So let's disband them. Now that the peasant is gone, we'll bring them back out. There we go. Dude, this peasant needs to get out of the way. There we are. Now they're running through. Okay, then we'll disband again. Let them move around. And then we will bring them back out to here. Come on, men. Get out of the house. Who's in there? Who's in there right now? Get out. I demand it. Yes. Open the door. Get out. No! Oh, we haven't had a crash with the first person mode in so long, and now we just crashed. Hopefully it auto-saved. What title do I have? I am the Manor Lord. So, obviously, I'm not going to be in the battle. That'd be stupid. I'm the one sitting in the manor waiting for you guys to... Where's my autosave? Are you fucking kidding me? Good news! We can now do this ahead of time. Alright, taxes. Let's up this up to 10. There we go. I cannot believe it! What a fucking crash. Settings. Oh, that's right. I had to turn autosaves off because they create a memory leak. Okay. There might be a way that we can actually do this even better. Let's get the bloom rebuilt. I do have a hotkey. I just always forget. But that doesn't mean that we don't have people. In fact, I can go to our army and do all of this again, but I can make some changes to it. So let's go here. We're going to go to retinue. Oh my god. How dare you? Okay. Zithoro? Fuck yeah! Now Zithoro is ready. Oh my gosh, looking quite the commander we are, Zithoro. Helmets. Okay. Weapon. Lieutenant General Zombie, hello. You came in the nick of time for me to name you after a troop because our game just crashed. But that's okay. Totally not. Oh yeah, fuck yeah, he's uber strong. Well, let's hope you guys are right. He's uber strong and uber naked. So we're gonna go to Zithoro. There we go. Next up, V. Aurelius. Oh yeah, and this Zithoro apparently steals anything that catches his eye still. V still fought many battles, so we're right on course. He's got the right helmet. There we go. And there we go. Okay, next up was pretty things I like, I take, right? A poignant man has a scar on the bottom that he claims was inflicted by a dragon. Oh, this is Sun Yangtze, for sure. Fucking full of shit. There we go. Sun Yangtze, you are quite the story reaver. Let's give everybody the same weapon. Except for, of course, Briggs. Briggs gets big hammer smash. After this, I'll save the game. Does that sound good? Hello, Ms. Evil Canadian. Well, yeah, if you have the beta, they warned you. Like in the last update, that there was going to be a lot of crashes. There's also a memory leak. You can avoid a lot of the crashes by turning off autosave, but make sure you don't do what I did and, you know, screw yourself by not saving your game. Because it sucks. Who is this? Who's the next person in chat? It goes well, Scott Dog. Welcome in. Welcome in. We actually made it further than this, and then the game crashed. So now I'm going back and renaming everybody because this is the way the game works. And now you get to be named as well. So let's make this one. Actually, Polypho was next in. So Polypho. Again, we've got that sharp-looking blade. Next up in the chat log is... oh my, it's Property the Alcoholic. Let's give Property the Alcoholic a real dumb weapon. Now, Warhammers are too cool. You get the mallet. Yeah, you get the mallet. It looks stupid. All right. Next up, after Property the Alcoholic, fucking dumb looking armor, stupid looking weapon, is Briggs. Yeah, you got your giant fuck off hammer. Actually, you know what? Briggs did say they wanted a giant weapon, so we're gonna we're gonna save Briggs for that next one that pops up. Next up is, of course, Ms. Evil Canadian, who never stays in one place for too long. And I feel that's fitting. Especially for the name. There we go. You've already got the right tabard. Oh, this is one of those shields. That already has a maroon color, so... that also means I need to make this one yellow and then make this one maroon. It's a weird flip-flop on the colors, but we'll deal with it. Ah, here we are, Briggs. Briggs! Oops. Studied various arts. Oh my. Let's make sure everybody has the same stupid helmet on. All right. Next up, Scott Dog, who has fought in many battles. I bet he has. Scott Dog, let's give you the normal weapon that everybody has, and the helmet, and the clothing. Maroon, yellow, maroon. And then these other people are for people who step in. So let's change the block and the body. And go maroon, yellow, maroon, and then maroon, yellow, maroon. You'll understand why the maroon, yellow, maroon works when we actually successfully call these people onto the battlefield. There can only be one hammer smasher, and that's Briggs. Sorry, dude. You gotta get this same cutty sharp one that everybody else has. There we go. Sithro, did I give you the right weapon? Yes, I did. Jakob. Let's make the stripes yellow, maroon, maroon. And then we're going to go maroon, yellow. No, not green. Not diarrhea green. Alright, and then of course the last person. You're going to have the same garb, and we're going to go get rid of these Christmas colors. Oh, you are one of the inverted folks. Well, there you are, Mr. Inverted Folk. The thing I like about that, too, is because I don't imagine all the tabards in the medieval ages would have matched. So. We're still dealing with the same bug, and I hate it. There we go. Let's move, 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 move. A few more of them were able to get out. This is the pathing bug that they frequently talk about. We'll disband you guys, and then we'll do it again. Yes, thorough with the standard! Man! Wait. They're giving you the flag? So you don't even get to use your cool weapon?
My lord!
I can see they're trying to move in there. Come on, guys. So whenever you disband them, they just vanish. And then when you call upon them again, they go back in the house. That is bizarre. Okay, fine. We'll wait for everybody to form up. I don't know what to tell you. The good news is we're not going to waste resources on building those other things. The flag is the blade. You just stab people with a standard. Maybe the issue is that I need to upgrade this. Sometimes that helps. Okay. We're going to do something kind of tricky here. Let's open the castle planner. Wow, we're gonna need so much. Oh. Okay, you know what? What we're gonna do, let's get rid of this. And then we'll get rid of these. We'll rebuild this when the time comes. This I'm going to keep up because that was actually hard to build. So I need 141. 73, so I need to upgrade our planks. 19 logs, as long as I don't build, that's fine. And of course we are making mortar. So let's go to our saw pit. And say, hey buddy, let's make your cap 90. That's gonna hit us in the lumber. Wait a minute. Hang on a moment. Wait 1 second. I've forgotten someone. Scott Dog and Lieutenant General Zombie. Who has an evil twin? There we go. Can't forget that. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, so one of these homes that doesn't have anything is gonna have to upgrade to rank 2. And then we're gonna have to give it a backyard. They don't have people yet. Ah, I see.
Emotional damage.
Listen, I'm trying, okay? It's not my fault. All your characters are being difficult.
We all know what that means.
Let's go to build. There we go. Too steep to build, huh? So let's do this. We'll build here. We'll give them some crowded living spaces. Still too steep to build. Let's get into the trees. We'll build out this way. I think that place is just fucked. We were able to build there before.
Simply a bad day.
You know what?
Things do happen from time to time.
Demolish that. We'll start a house here. Go out as far as we can and then bring it back. Maybe I could even bring it to the edge a little more. Ooh, that's kind of a unique place.
Poor quality, he said. Impossible.
Ooh, I like that. And now we can put a road connecting all of these homes to this road. This will give us some denser buildings too. Okay, that's just a lack of goods. We'll start here. Actually, you know what? Once we get another log, we'll build ourselves... Nah, it's fine. I now remember what I have to do. Let's get this to very high. We've claimed the territories, so we're right on track. We're going to kick this speed up a bit. Let's get somebody on the bloomery.
Been away today. Hasn't stopped since the morning.
And now we watch. Why not? We could do one more lumberyard there. Let's kick this up to the highest priority as well. We have a well by the houses so it don't burn to death. Actually, there's several wells, some large ones too, scattered throughout. Maybe it wouldn't be the worst idea. Let's see if we could tap into some water over here. Well, we can. It's going to take up valuable build space. We'll put it there. I like the idea of this tree being here, so I don't want to build over the tree. Here comes the winter. We've got 87 days to prepare. It might not be enough to get what I want done. And of course we have an ad break, so we'll just slow the speed down a little. And in the meantime, while we're waiting for them to come back, we can come through here and do what we did before and just fill this in.
And there was much rejoicing.
Yay! Rejoicing! Hello, no one. How are you doing? How's life treating you, good sir? This also helps supplies go back and forth because they'll get a little bit of a speed boost. There we go. That's what I was wanting. Yes, now it's starting to look like something. And this will flush out the roads. There we go. A road well traveled is a happy road. Yeah, there's going to be some patches. So you'll see grass growing wherever you see snow. So it'll look like it's just kind of spotty. I don't want to make it look paved. And then where, of course, there's the most foot traffic, I try to get rid of as much of that as possible. Since traffic jams, as you've seen with our guys up here, is such a problem, we're trying to make it to where I don't have to worry about that as much. Let's call our guys out. Maybe if I give them orders.
Yes, sire.
This is a little disheartening. I wish these people would get out. The servants need to leave the building. Once they leave the building, then I can quickly summon the troops.
Assembling the troops.
So far, only Zuthoro has answered the call. Everybody else is running back for their weapons. Wow, this is so frustrating. We're not going to be able to defend much with this. Let me see if there's a way to fix it. Jeez. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to disband them once more. Then we're going to save the game and go from there. Sometimes going back to main menu and reloading helps the game refresh its cache. This sometimes gets them unstuck. I've had it work before.
This is heavier than.
That seemed to have done the trick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, saving did the trick. All right, retinue. File in.
Yes, sire.
Let's get a good look at you. Fuck yeah! And the interesting thing is that's my coat of arms, and that's Zuthoro's coat of arms that gave him. St. George. In Poland. Nonetheless.
Yes, sire. Pick up the blade.
Get your meat here. Toothbrush is practically still moving.
We fixed it.
Carrots, cabbages.
is heavier than it looks.
You, my friend, you're gonna build me some arrows. Or some bows.
Just give me a hammer and something needs to not move. I'll put it in its place.
Is there?
We'll pop that to the highest. I need that done now. Let's get a second lumberjack. I mean, really, it's not gonna help a lot, but it'll do the trick. We could also put somebody over here on mining clay. We don't have a clay furnace, but, you know, one step at a time.
Fixed your eyes on my wine selection.
Okay, so they desire a quicker path across.
Meat so tender, it practically melts in your mouth. Come and see for yourself.
Bring this here.
Yeah, I can't get it through these areas here, so whatever. The town ain't so rich no more. Oh, Mixed Nuts has entered the chat, which means Mixed Nuts has joined our forces. We'll have to name you after the battle. You, I see the pet distribution firm has found you. A cat you didn't count on. Okay, we're gonna upgrade that. I think I may have suffered a grave mistake by investing in these people and not leaving myself enough coin for the bandit attack. But there is a possibility that they'll spawn up here and engage our Baron's forces. We just have to pray. If we can isolate the groups and attack them one at a time, we'll be okay. Oh, yeah. I get that. Yeah, getting cat families to work with each other is a wee bit difficult. This road is crooked. Now that I'm looking at it, it's super crooked. Much better. So we've made our obligation for planks. We're still working on stone, lumber, and of course buckets. Is this because you're... Aha, it is. How about 50 mortar? So, how's it going? No I didn't, but honestly, I fell out of Banner Lords a while ago. DJ Cabby, how's it going? Well, thank you very much. It's shaking well. I didn't even pee on myself. Man, we're gonna have to rename a lot of our retinue.
Yes.
45 days until the raiders attack. And we already have an oxen that's stuck. Ah, there we go. I was like, how did you get stuck in a backyard? You better get out of there, because I'm about to upgrade these. Oh, you know what? Let's upgrade that building. Okay, so first off, I need you to be a blacksmith's workshop, which is going to take one of our families away. You are going to make spears. And I'm going to have you make spears as fast as possible. Highest. Very high. I need 80 silver to import bows or spears, which is sad. Joiner shot. Make spears until I have a cap of 10. And then under residential or general, we're going to have this go crazy so that they produce more. We're going to do the same over here. Well, thank you, DJ Cabby. I appreciate it. Watching the naval warfare was crazy. Hell yeah, I'll give it a watch for sure. But if I get sucked into it again because of you, ooh. Ooh. Oh, I see. That was really dumb. Here. Oof, that's gonna hurt our happiness. What kind of mercenaries are we looking at? Oh, just out of our freaking grasp. Ugh. We might still be able to buy them. Where do they come in? Racing Ragbachau. Riesenbuckle. Which is just right up here. Ragbachau and Riesenbuckle. We might be able to pull it off. As long as they don't spawn right here in Wildwand. Wildwand. Hey, we got a family that moved in, so let's do that. Jesus. At least our retinue's ready. They're ready for anything. Can't say the same about our joiner shop, which is taking forever to build, but that's because I only have one building family. Okay, pause. I need you to make these shields until we have a cap of 10. And then under general... Oh no. There's no way to tell him to kick it into high gear. Well, that's fine. We'll start seeing these numbers grow. If I can get a force of 10, then the 10 spearmen and the 12 retinue should be able to hold off a lot of the advance.
Possible.
And if we can get 24 more coins in the next taxation, which will happen a day after the raiders show up, we might be able to buy some mercenaries. A lot of people are going to lose their homes either way. We are not ready for this siege. Let's save the game because it's right before the war. They tend to bug out. They're never ready for a jump scare. It's actually part of their job contract to not be ready. I need money to make a boyer, and I need more families to move in. But a very precarious time for our people. One thing's for sure, I just need more. I need more people. I need more everything. So we'll build that. That'll help our trade. The more burgage plots, the better. It's kind of cool looking. Try to squeeze a home in every little aspect that I can. Raiders show up in 5 days. Oh man. It's come down to this. $213. Let's write that down. Okay, so they are now in Riesenbuckle, but we also didn't get the gold that we thought we would. So Riesenbuckle's back here. There is a chance that our Lord's men may actually try to go and confront them. But they're not. They're just standing there. Oh, here we go. No, they are. They sent one? That's all you sent, was one. That seems silly. Here they go. So these guys must be stuck. But the 36 archers are going to help. That'll buy us time. Time to build our spear platoon up. So we're going to wait. We're going to watch the war. And we're going to wait for this all to pan out. I think they're headed to this village to burn it down. Oh, they built bandit camps. That is a cool new feature. They didn't used to do that before. But also, the secret to our success. Retinue! Retinue of thieves! Led by Zathoro, an experienced thief in every right. Our troops are going to sneak up behind, and when these bandits leave to go attack those archers, we're going to raid those camps, and we're going to get mighty! The retinue has assembled on our guys, our little neutral party here. They might be able to do something, but I don't think they're going to be able to do much. We're running along. We're going to need to rest. These archers should make short work of them. They're retreating into the trees. What is their angle here? No, 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 no. Right here, please. Oh, that's how you want to... Fine. Right here. Thermopylae. We'll fight them along the cliffside. Ooh, our allies are neutral. We're not allies. I need to get that straight. Bum ba 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 bum. Once we see the little 18 with the club and they start going in that direction, we need to make a move on that camp. There we go. Let's go. These archers might be effed. Oh shit, we might be effed. There we go. Nope. There we go. He's very confused. Here they come. Let's get a good two-line formation. And they fucked off. Let's move up here. Ooh, that was a bad call. Not the call I would have made. We're gonna hold their camp captive. All right, we're ready for battle. Zethoro's leading the charge. Attack!
Take no prisoners!
We did it! And we didn't lose a single dude!
And
This
there was
goes to
much
my
rejoicing.
treasury now.
Yes, sire! Yes, sire!
Why did you have to path that way? That's so weird. To the treasury.
My lord!
Then they did lose a few men.
Advance!
You all can return home victorious. And can we get a huzzah in chat for Zerthoros for... Oh, no, actually, we have an ad break. We'll worry about that afterwards. Deserved, some would say. I would like a boyer, please. Thank you for the huzzah, tiniest moth. I mean, if you guys deem that that's the best use of your energy, sure. All right, so in the bottle, Zethoro has survived. Huzzah, Zethoro. Let's go through here and name some more people. San Yangtze, Polypho. Lawrence is now going to be... Let's see, who is the next one in chat? We have, oh my gosh, we have a few. Mixed nuts. The surname is Nuts. His father was Harry. He has a pet falcon that he uses for hunting and scouting. That's pretty fantastic. Briggs with a subscription. You've gifted a sub, Peekaboo, to Briggs. Well, Jakob, you are no one. I gotta get the O's correct. Apparently you're the knight of... Alright, no one, there you are. Part of the forces there. Dolman, I'm changing your name. Oh my god! You gifted a sub to Monkey Man! Hype train! Frelzo. Bartholomew is now going to be named DJ Cabby. Let's make sure everybody's got a name. Yeah, you have all defeated foes. Good job. No one gifted a sub to Yangtze. Oh my god. You are still alive. The retinue. Oh, we did it. Peekaboo. Hype. We unlocked an emote, and it looks like a little wavy hand. Unless that's just the default. We'll see what emote we unlock. 9 biddies! Thank you for the biddies. I'm going to be able to afford a shave. I'm going to go down to PetSmart, sign up for their pet groomers, and I am going to get a full body shave. Look at our warriors returning up. Look at them strutting their stuff. Oh, yeah. Zathoro, you mad lad. Oh. You took your plate mail off. Alright, well that's fine. Kind of ruins the aesthetic, but you do you, I guess. I like the look of these homes just kind of clustered over here. I think we're going to work on homes in this side. 330T! How's it going, my dude? Sibong! Your clusters of pairs are nicer than blocks. Thank you. Yeah, I try to think of ways that they would have built. Now, they would have built in blocks, much like this. Or even like this. Because a lot of the plots that you would unlock, you would be given an acre. So if you were farming land, you'd want it to be square, you'd want it to be straight, preferably narrow, but you would handle an acre of land. So these were very carefully measured. But when it comes to urban development, it was stick a house where you can. Yeah, that's what I do. I try to keep like some trees, like this tree I'm leaving, just leaving a little bit of naked area, like in here. It's not all going to be filled to the brim with homes. But once this gets up to level 3, because we're going to attempt that, we're going to try and see if it'll look like a clustered city. Look like gulags, yeah. The other thing you could do is you could totally clear an area, but as long as you leave those naked spots, have your foresters come through and plant, which is the next phase of our plan. In the meantime, we do... Big up, look, update a sub to Mix Nuts. Suthara, you have returned. We had battle, and not a single one of the retinue died. They also managed to steal gold from the bandit forces, so now I'm making money, which is good. Not yet, my friends. Not yet. And this is where we become uber strong for when the Lord decides that he no longer likes us. We will remember them, Peekaboo. Jarl von Gotz, first regent of Jarlhennesberg, that's right. This is my daughter, Scarlet Jarlhennesson. Because then you kill the Lord. Ooh. Or flashbacks at that name, I bet. We'll always remember. Are you a spearman? That's a very good question. Let's find out. Where is no one? It randomizes the order, so they're never in the same order. No, you are not. You have an axe. I'll give you a sword. Like to have the swordsman. I am. Many battles were fought, with me dying a lot. Oh, yeah. Trying to find the emote it unlocked, but for some reason it didn't show me. There it is. Stupid freaking goddamn piece of shit. Oh, it hasn't been awarded yet. No, don't pause. Play. I need you guys to do work. Oh, apparently there's a few. This looks like the new one. But I don't want to work. Bungir. I will remember that name, Sibung. In fact, we are almost to the point where we can expand this and at least build this portion of the castle. And then when we do that, we will have more people. It looks like they're starting to want more markets, too. All right. Here's what we're going to do. Let's build a curved road. Like this. That will spoke out into two little bergs. Like that. Kind of like the sun's rays. These are going to be farmers, because we are going to need more vegetables. No, I want to keep the farmers on the outskirts. You know what? Let's do this. And then we'll build a crossroad in between. Also, from a logistics standpoint, more crossroads equals happier town. Now let's change the facing of this house. Let's get somebody on here. We're gonna need it anyway. Look at that. Now it's all filling out nicely. And you're making warbows, yeah? Good. I mean, they're getting the clay. That's nice. Okay, a new family's moved in. You guys are going to be my clay furnace, folks. So let's get a clay furnace. The clay furnace is not going to have to be near the clay, because that clay deposit's going to go away real quick. So we're going to put it right in here. Like so. The faster the better on that. A fire broke out. Uh-oh. No! How did a fire break out in the stables? The well is right there. We also have a well over here. Hopefully the town will come and help. Oh my goodness. Luckily it's isolated enough. It seems like a bolt of lightning has struck our stables. Oh, Lord. The whole thing burned down, and now the other one's probably going to catch on fire. Why are you so casually walking through it? Well, the rain did help. It could have been worse. My horses! The portents! It's a bad omen! The game crashed! Oh, wait a minute. When was the last time we saved right before the fight? And I don't think we saved after the fight. Oh, man! Why does the autosave...
Emotional damage!
I deserve every bit of this. God damn you! Okay, well, you know, maybe it's just our ability to think about the past and carefully strategize. Because now we're back... Oh my god, that narrow fight that we won is going to be for nothing. Alright. Let's make a boyer. Then, of course, I can't name the guys until we disband this group, but... Oh, Jesus. This game. Alright. So we're gonna do what we did last time. It's a little smaller, but I think it'll... no, I want to give it a little more space. I need more of the construction buildings over there, so let's do this. And then we're going to do this, just like we did before. I'm such a buffoon! And we're going to build out like this. Just like before. And then we're going to take this family and say, nope, I need you building now.
Come along, lad.
What if you were to start back here?
Why do I have to carry this alone? Come on, lad.
That's fine. How dare you? When I least expected it. And then if we come across here, go out to the triangle, do a little bit of that. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I just got rid of my decorative tree. Poppycocks.
We all know what that means.
What if I were to build? Kind of break up the monotony of the shape and do something like so. And then come here. And do something. You know what? That's okay. We'll have a naked space there. We can plant some trees. Yes, we'll never remember what happened in the fire of 94.
We all know what that means.
Step right up and sample.
All right. This will give us a little bit of homes. Once our people get happier, that'll fix that problem as well. No, not the fire of 1994. The fire of 94. Well, not 9480. That otherwise my people would be using Roman equipment. Probably 1494 or 1594. Actually, if it was 1594, there'd be rifles. So 1494 sounds safe. Where rifles aren't super common. I was thinking more like 1394, maybe even 1294. Lieutenant General Zombie, do you enjoy infuriating me? Excuse me. How dare you, Property the Alcoholic? All of you are the same. One more day, and then they attack. Do I have any cheap? No, Oh, Hoshwedge. Sign the contract. Now, hang on a minute. That's right up here. This is perfect. I need you guys over here. You're gonna leave this chaos. We need the enemy to put up tents. You know what? Why don't you get your asses over here? Obervies? Where? Uh-oh! Change of plans, guys! I need you up to my town stat. Right here. We'll take them at the pass. Because I don't think they can get... Yeah, they can't get up this cliff, so they have to use this road. So these thugs have to get there as fast as they can. The rest of us, we're just gonna have to, like, sit here and pray that they don't have mercy? I don't know. The advantage is that they'll probably aggro to these guys. Which will get my newly hired bandits a chance to run over here. Throw yourselves at them, I don't care. When I build out this territory and I make it a farming village, I'm going to put a fort, a wooden fort right down here. Maybe up here at the stream crossing. Ah, that's exactly what's happening. You fools. I've prepared for this. It'd be cool if you guys built camps. That was really nice. That would help me get my retinue up. I think they're going to clobber these archers and then build a camp. Are they foolish enough to run right up to these guys? Oh no, these poor people. You know what? Let's do that. If I can get them to come up here, they'll probably get stuck. Okay, here's a fight. Bandits versus bandits. Let's see how this goes.
My lord! Run!
Is that guy going to build a camp? He might be. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. Enemy forces coming.
Rip their heads off! Kill them all! It's time for war!
Haha, you dummies. Oh, man. So stupid. You guys should be able to... Why are you retreating? Why are you running?
My lord! Attack! Kill them!
You don't have to pay mercenaries if they're dead. Ooh, they're getting... Those archers are getting absolutely clobbered. They're still going to win, I think. But it's going to be close.
My lord!
Attack, run, charge. Let's get our retinue some glory.
Heavy infantry!
Yeah! I don't like to see if I lose anybody until the very end.
Cut him down!
Bath McNabb! How's it going? Did we lose anyone? No, we did not. You know what, men? You did great. They're all dead. You can disband. As for you guys, return home. Go report to the village of the victory you had this day. It appears my game is stuck, so we're gonna hit save game, overwrite Jarl stream. I swear we gotta do this at the beginning of every season so that I don't forget. Return main menu. Do this if it doesn't show your resources. It's a real easy bug to work around. We do love violence. How are you, Puppyatron? Hopefully you're doing well. And welcome in, Barf McNabb. As soon as I upgrade this manor, I'm going to be naming the rest of the retinue after people in chat. And the way that we play this game is that should anybody in the retinue die, a horrible death, basically what I'm going to do is make shrines for every single one of you that die. And then we have a little funeral. We talk about your achievements and how well you did, bow our heads, and move on. Let's use our corpse pits. This will be our guide for the gatehouses.
There was much rejoicing.
Yay! Press him to go. Oh, yeah, I did press T and that didn't fix, but I forgot about the map. That's very good advice. All right, so now that we've got these corpse pits set, we'll come through here and do something like this. The straighter you can make your roads, the happier the gatehouse will be, and it won't do that freak out thing. And then, sorry guys, boom. And boom. Excellent. How many, we have 96. We need 141 of these stones. Once we get 141, we're going to be able to build the first portion of our base, which is the trickier portion. As you can see, getting this wall in the back, next to these cliffs, not very easy. Looks like it ends there. Let's put this road right here. Right on that dead patch of grass. So we need this road to start right here and work its way out this way. Actually, I think it would be cool if the wall kind of skirted around like this. The goal is to try to make these corners as tight as we can. We've already got the start, so we're going to have an inner gate, and then we're going to have an outer gate. It'll be good. The other buildings that I want to be included in there are going to be the smithy. And then we've talked about putting 2 storage buildings in here and then maxing out their employees before we build the outer wall. We also want to keep the roads on the inside of the wall because that does help the pathing for the AI to get into the ramparts. Let's bump these up to the highest. Just get these things built. I told you guys to go home. Come on. So we didn't get any money. That's the only bad thing about how this turned out. But we should be okay. What I love about the Lord AI being, the Baron's AI being broken and not disbanding these guys is he's spinning gold every month, which means the first time he attacks me, he'll have a very fat retinue, but these guys are going to be, you know, significantly weaker than my armies. Which is part of the plan. Why are you guys not? Oh, that's why. Jesus. You think I've never played this before. Transport, there we go. Now they're moving around. Yeah, that bin looks nice. This will be all for the professional stuff. So let's go ahead and also get
Gave the old ox a handful of
our
month-old grain.
clay furnace
He spat it in
going.
my face and tried to carve me a new nipple.
That way it can be accessed from all 3 sides. And even though I told this one that I only... Yeah, good. It's storing the right stuff. Hey, alright. We're going to disband our retinue. And then reopen it. There's Zuthoro v. Bartholomew. You shall now be Pika 404. Pika Blue 404. Who, by the way, is tormented by the sins of the past. Interesting. Let's go ahead and make this one no one. There we go. Loves getting into arguments with priests. Yeah, that sounds like no one. Next up, we're going to name this one Bungir. Lawrence, you shall be named just because I like the sound of this, Bath McNabb. Now keep in mind that if I didn't name you, I still have plenty of spots. I just have to upgrade the castle and build them. So each of you from the stream will have a named character. Give you the nastiest weapon. Oh, that we can do. Let's see, Bungir. Oh no, I see. I did this because I was thinking Viking. But I could give you a warhammer, probably the best weapon out of these one-handers. I love how you guys like, it's you fucker. Yeah. Okay, they are crafting. Good. I'm going to watch our firewood and our food intake, because we're going to need it. 40 more of these, and then we can build this ASAP. Now, we've got enough people here. Let's put this on highest priority as well, so that it gets built before the homes. The homes need to be filled before we do anything. The more burgage plots, the better with this perk that we have. That's why they're not duplexes. Which is okay, because I don't actually have to spend that much coin upgrading them. I would like to upgrade this church. That'll bump our happiness up quite a bit. Yes, night blankets over us, promising us nothing but cold, loneliness, and paranoia. Instead of comfort, we shall save the game. Ridiculous we have to do this that often, but whatever. That's going to be a cool spot for a tree. We need to get some foresters on this area and planting trees wherever there's holes. The church having a few trees around it would be nice. I do need to start in smaller areas, though, because I don't want around the castle to have too many trees. In fact, I'm going to use corpse pits to get rid of them. I did not want a bloomery. I'm a fool. Damn it. That's supposed to be a smithy. Well. Let's put one family in here to grab these berries. Food is going to be pretty important, I think. Now with the homes, I always encourage people to get creative with the layouts. So if we build like this, for example, and then, because I can make those artisans, we build like this, for example. Come out to approximately the same spot. Then we can do this. Then I can do this. Come back across this way. And build like this. And then come down here, around this turn, and build. Oh. Oh my. This presents us with another unique build. We can do that. Not enough wood. We will require more lumber. So we'll wait. How are we doing? Almost there. Getting the wood won't be too hard. Neither with planks. You will require more minerals. You will require more Vespine gas. This was the lightning storm that took out our stables. Let's see what building it'll burn this time. Let's see. Let's get some clay imported. We don't need a major trade route. I would like my clay to sit around 20. Keep it going. What is the par on my decorated stone? 250? Acceptable. There's one log there. And since I ran out of wood, I'm pretty sure that log will be picked up. I really hope so, anyway. How are we doing on animals? We've got 4 oxen. We've got a raid from Sucking on Chili Dogs. Let's give a shout out to the man, the one, the myth, the mention, the lonely. Oh, how dare you play Project Zomboid. So what are you at now? 5,000 hours in that game? Guys, if you haven't checked out Sucking on Chili Dogs, definitely check them out. We played Helldivers 2 with them. Had a blast. The resident Project Zomboid expert. And, you know, really cool emotes on their channel, too. Where's my boyfriend, you some bitch? I would imagine living his life, you know? Unlike you sucking on chili dogs, I don't lord over him like a desperate woman who needs constant attention. Well, welcome in. Disembodied Voice 420. Hell yeah, my dude. Time to choke it up, brothers. All right, welcome in. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. Armistan. Aramistan. Maybe I should read. It's Aramistan. Welcome, Aramistan. Boomer Diver, how dare you. Don't pin... Pika, why did you pin that? You lack discipline. Get over here. I find your lack of discipline disturbing. Ow. Okay, well, there goes my heart health. How y'all doing? They're nice little cluster of buildings. Yes, let's get somebody on this end. For the advance, I would like you to keep a stock of 20 roof tiles. Actually, you what? Make roof tiles until you have 50. That'll give us plenty of supplies for the future. Disembodied Voice 420. I would love it if you brought the whip out. I've been a bad, bad boy.
Emotional damage.
I really don't want us to accidentally build over these berries. So I'm going to come over here and build this like so. This will be our berry field, and we do this. It's going to be ugly, but it'll protect all of the berry bushes. See? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now nobody will build over our berries. Once this gets built, you're going to see our population kind of explode. That's unfortunate. I really wanted to... You know what? It doesn't have to go there. Smithy is what I wanted, and it's a larger building. We're going to need more planks. We wait for planks. I just need 5 planks, and then bam, it's down. Emerald Lagasse man. Oops, sorry. Punched my mic. Shit. I can't have anything built there. That's unfortunate. Put the storehouse over here. And you know what? We'll put the smithy over there too.
Firewood.
Wait a minute. I can't put this here. How far does this thing go out? We need to build the smithy over here. And the storehouse. Get on it, Ben. Excellent job. Go about your business. We will need, we're gonna have more crafting rooms, so we're gonna have to have firewood. Yep, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm gonna put everybody that I can into the large granary, the storehouse, and I'll have one smithy, because I need hammers, but I don't need them that bad. Then once the castle walls are built, we'll actually have foot traffic into the area here. Trying to make this look like an actual manor, because there were a few buildings that they'd have on the inside, but not a lot. Interesting that that should use decorative. So now we have enough. We just need planks. So what is the deal over here? Do you need your own livestock? Is that the deal? Our army's starting to get built up. That's good. We won't need to hire mercenaries anymore. Pause the game. Click on one of our mini stables and let's add an oxen. How many horses do we have? We have 2. So here, take another one. And you have 2 workers? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, see, that's one of the things I want to do with the tax building as well. Use it as like a little decorative thing. I need this upgraded to full size first so that I can see what kind of wiggle room I have. But I was thinking of putting it at the base of the garrison tower.
Don't be shy, good sirs and ladies.
I think this is going to be a beautiful area. It always annoys me when this little path doesn't lead anywhere, so let's do something with it. I would imagine that they would have a path towards the castle and towards the well. Maybe somebody would cut across and start making some desired pathways here. Everything else kind of met up pretty well. Lawrence, what are you transporting? Are you actually coming to do some work? No, of course not. Just dropping tools off for maintenance. Give them a permanent assignment of an oxen just so that they can ferry wood back and forth. Gosh, we're gonna have to start planting some trees. Actually, I want them to clear this area out. You know what? That's what we'll do. Now that I've gotten that protected by... There we go. I also want to try to control where my trees are, because if we get rid of all the forests, we'll lose the benefits for pigs. So we're going to have them working here. And we will, of course, reset these in the future once we get our, oops. Once we get our trees are growing, we'll move this onto a new zone. And then we'll fill this up with buildings and then come back and continue to grow trees in between them. Okay, so that was a little traffic of a bottleneck. We'll fix that. We might as well build this around too. How about we reserve... Nah, I don't like timber reserves. Timber reserves are silly. You know what? I think I did this incorrectly. I should have done this. We could even build them a little hitching post out here so that they can park their oxen. Let's make this the highest priority just so we can get that up and off the ground. That was the trick. But hey, new families are moving in. We should see these guys start to bring some logs up. Lawrence is crafting. Not yet, he isn't. The mismatch houses is really giving this more of a natural look. What other buildings are we missing that we should have? Not a whole lot. Not yet, anyway. You know what? Charcoal pits. These stinky sons of bitches are going to go down where the peasants are. There we go. And if I'm going to start doing charcoal now, let's move the woodcutter's camp to over here as well. Let's make these high. I've got other buildings that need built. It makes sense to have dedicated oxen for the sawmill as well. Simply because we're going to need a lot of planks. I thought maybe it would show me more business information. Here we go. Whatever oxen parks itself here, we'll unassign the oxen that's on the saw pit and then reassign an oxen and it'll grab the closest one. Or maybe they'll just put the oxen away where it belongs. One of the two. Our lumber industry is kicking off though, so we can be thankful for that. Somebody's already done that and he comes by like, I'm just digging. More digging. Everybody dig. Get your wives, make them dig. You two, sir, while you're digging. I mean, that's not really... Okay.
Let's go, people.
Two families chopping wood. And it's time for the foresters. I would imagine they'd work pretty closely with the lumber industry. Almost like a corporate office, but in the medieval ages. So they'll be the ones determining where things get cut like the cruisers did back in the 1800s. It's weird that we haven't even put a dent into our clay supply. This would be a cheap way to get more food. So we'll have that family return to their job. And then we'll build the smithy right next to it. Do 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 do. We have enough to put one on each, and then we will have one building family. That is until these berries are gone. Then I'll have these guys obviously go and do something else. Anybody want to come out and pick these randomly camouflaged bushes? I could always use new families. Oh, that's right. Up here, I had made these a higher priority. That one log will be picked up someday. A watched pot never boils. I need to go find something else to look at. How are we doing over here? You've got 2 families working. We're starting to get the planks we need. Ooh, we're almost there with our dressed stone. Actually, let's upgrade the church while we're here. We'll make this one a high one as well, and the church is already the highest. Good. Anyone want dead berries? Dead berries for all. The sun rises to bless another day. As soon as these berries are picked, we'll have another building family. We're just gonna hit that pause button, though. 1 berry. Zero berries. And with that, we pause. Of course, they're also going to want to go this way. And then if we keep this angle, this road could connect to the market. Nice little dirty ramp. I really like how the market does that, and the houses now, how they widen the road. All for the sake of avoiding traffic jams. There we go. Now we got a bigger group of people coming. They're no longer in single file. The smithy has finished. We'll get somebody on the smithy, and then I'm going to say I want the reserve limit to be like 10 tools. And then we need to start filling those homes up. Two families, 2 dedicated horses. Both horses' names are Lawrence. Very creative lot. This is my horse, Lawrence. Aye, but this is my horse, Lawrence. What's its middle name? Horsey. This one's middle name is Horsey. Can you imagine looking for your horse? You're like, Larry! Four builders. Everything's going good over here. 20 dress stone away from having what we need. Mike Burnfire with a raid. Let's give a shout out to Mike Burnfire. Welcome in, everybody. Doc, how's it going? How's it going? Last playing Outer Worlds. Ooh. How you enjoy the game? Share Duck. Love the name. If you liked Outer Worlds, you're like, man, I liked it, but it seems like it's missing some stuff. Outer Worlds 2 is much more improved. I enjoy Outer Worlds 2. It has been a bit, Doc. It's good to see you again. Mr. Fancy Panzer, hello. All right, people, keep her going. I need these homes filled, and this church will help. Yes. All right. Now, as soon as this is built, we'll be able to do something super creative. What? Let's just make this the highest. With the church being built, that'll give us a lot of happiness. My people are happy. And then we'll be able to send our people out into the storage units, and that will make my people infinitely happier. But first, you guys have very important work to do. I want the first group of trees that we're going to grow to be done right there. Then I'll move you to strategically plant trees wherever we can, like in this spot. And it will be gorgeous. We'll probably move the circle to this side. Get the church all done. Then we'll move it over here. Start filling some of these spots up. We'll move them over here. Start growing trees on this side. It's going to be good. We have another charcoal kiln built. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Right now we're waiting on happiness. We're not really in a hurry to build. You know, I just realized, if I were to build this, like so, then I could put homes in this spot. And in fact, I could lay those out now, because I'm a man. So we could build one there. There we go. I like that. Population growth is the name of the game now. Once we get a good population, then we massively upgrade everything to level 2 housing. That's when their clothing needs will become super, super important. In fact, how much gold do we need to get clothing to us? It already is. I would like 200 clothing, please. That's the limit. The builders are moving in. We'll have plenty of homes, and then we just let them fill. We still need 10 more dressed stone before we could even dream to committing what we have plotted out so far. I do want to see something. That'll increase the need for blogs, but we can get that fairly quickly. I like the look of that. So what we'll do is we'll hold off on building anything for the near future until we can get everything populated there. $29 free homes, and then just the waiting game. It is winter. Fuel is where we're hurting the most, but now that I've got people working in the charcoal kilns, that shouldn't be as much of an issue. Both families are taking homes one at a time, so those will pop up pretty quick. And honestly, with that being said, I think we're making great little bouts of progress here. Once we see some saplings appear, we'll move the circle onto the other side. They're not always the most successful in planting their first set of trees. This is catching up pretty quick, though. It's nice to see. All right, 2 more plots. It's just these down here. How's our army? Looking healthy. We're going to be ready for anything now. I like leaving this area open too, because I could put all my melee troops in here when the fight starts. Open that door, but keep that door shut. Then have all of our archers on the inner wall. Maybe a group of archers on the outer wall. We shall see. Alright, we're done building homes. Now we speed up and watch the population grow over the next 15 minutes. And then we must sadly end the stream and find someone to raid. Now, just a reminder to everybody, tomorrow evening I'm going to try to stream, and if I do, it'll most likely be Fallout. On Friday, if we're streaming, it's going to be Chat vs. Streamer Medieval Dynasty Permadeath, which is where you guys try your best to get me killed, and then I have to start all over. The only way I could avoid that is if I have an 18-year-old son to pass my kingdom to, which will be my objective. On Saturday, we're playing No Man's Sky with the gang, and on Sunday, we will either be doing Medieval Dynasty with Jazz, Pika, well, if Jazz is available, but Jazz, Pika, Puppy, and myself, or we'll play more No Man's Sky if they are not available. All right, we've got one sapling that's going to be a tree. 2. Wow, all the textures went away. Hopefully we'll see more saplings pop up. That's an interesting pathing decision, but I guess if people are going to be traveling that way, there would be a little road that crops up. Probably even from here to here. It would be a muddy mess like Valentine in Red Dead Redemption. God is good, God is great, yay! There we go. Judge them by their footpath. That's what you would see carved. Honestly, this is... There we go. Color that in. Watching their footprints. They're just kind of traveling all throughout that area. RV There Yet. Oh my god. I should get that game. RV There Yet would be funny to play on Sunday. I've been watching that game closely too with significant interest. And we'll go and make that a double wide, maybe even a triple. I know that got rid of the sapling, but better now before it becomes a huge ass tree. And already we're starting to get families moving in, so let's do 1, 2, and 3. Freestyle location 7. That means we're going to have to expand our market. You know what? I think we need to build these in small little groupings. Let's take a road. If we build these market stalls in small little groupings, well, we'll get better value for how many, like that's 12 right there, so that's good. Then we come up here, we build another small segment to get 23. And then we build up here and finish the segment to build the rest. Oh, another family has joined, so let's pop them in here. The more market stalls, the better. Okay, we got a couple more saplings. Oh, we have one sapling. That was a bush. So there'll be 2 trees growing here. We could do more. We could do better than that. In fact, let's move your work area. So right about there. It's now March, our berries are growing. Let's unpause this building. Start getting those berries picked, and then they'll grow more. A new family has moved in. Good. And the next family moves in there. Happiness is going down, but once we get those markets built, I think they'll be a little happier. Now, some of them are going to be unhappy, like these 3 rank 2 homes, just because we don't have a whole lot of clothing. Well, we have a decent spread of goods. We have no clothes in stock. How tragic. So we do have silver coming in and silver going out. That's also very important. Oh my goodness. It's time to commit. Now we're going to watch our family scatter and try to build this damn construction. It's going to take a long time. Clearly. Oh, they're helping build. I didn't know they did that. Look at that. Look at them grabbing all the rocks. And now we got more builders. Good. This is a good thing. We have 30 homes free. We're at 23 available homes, so we're growing. No wonder I wouldn't be happy running like the Flash all the time either. Well, you know. With Erie, driving would be crazy, Peekaboo. I'd be okay with it. I could see you and I sitting in the back of the RV like, Mom! He's touching me! How many times do you think she's going to wreck the RV, though? I don't want to do that. Not yet. As soon as they get money, I'm going to be buying some more oxen. So I'm watching the trade center just in case I see some little plus coins come up. Oh, the happiness of the town. Well, unfortunately, it is law that they must be happy. We have an image to maintain. Another oxen will help. I mean, I've got 6. that should be good for a town this size. We'll see. Now the planks are getting delivered. And after that, we'll see the mortar. One of my favorite things about the game is that you actually see them carrying planks or tools to wherever they're going. I don't know about the decorated stone, though. So those are planks.
Fresh meat. Get your fresh meat here.
Okay,
Like
so
fine
there's...
huts in all the land.
They hold nothing. The decorated stone is so fancy it's translucent. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. This will also give us a good view of what it'll look like from a distance. Make a great screenshot for next time.
Gets raining like this in the white when I get out of bed. There's a head. I tell her maybe scream
Okay.
all the time, wouldn't hurt.
One more log. A handful more of the planks. How's the berries? You know what? You guys have done enough. Let's pause that. Get 4 families building this thing. And maybe we'll see this up before I save it. Some fancy stone for y'all. Well, thank you, Doc. I deserve it. I've played Anno 1800. I love it. I have not played Anno 117, but Anno 1800 is one of my favorite games. The only issue is when I streamed Anno 1800, I did it for like a month or two, and the average viewership was like 4, so it was like, oh, apparently people don't want this. But I might make it a poll on the Discord. Like, see how many people react to it. Busy little bees, just working around the clock. The more families in here, the better. And then I have 3 families to assign to every building that we have in here. Another family. Get to building. We've got all the logs we need. You know what? Maybe if I put this on highest, everybody will drop whatever it is they're doing and get to work. There sure is a lot of them just walking around. They built the ramparts to a wall that doesn't exist. Oh, brother. I want to watch that progress bar and make sure it's actually moving. save the game under Jarl streams one more time, and then we'll Jarl stream. Confirm. Main menu. Load the game. See if that kind of makes them go, oh. Oh, I'm building something. That's right. There we go. I kind of figured that was the problem. I didn't upgrade this wall. Oh, man. Pause. Oh, I think... I'm an idiot. Why that wasn't, I don't know. That's infuriating. Mildly infuriating.
Who's using the auger? I need to
Once it
drill
gets
holes
enough
for the
supplies, though, at least we know. Now the animation's working. It should be the stone part first.
Just give me a hammer and something needs to not move. I'll put it
Two more stones, and then they'll start construction. There we go. Now everybody's scrambling. Let's get building. And then we're going to do it again. Save the game. Overwrite. You're all stream. Confirm. Load game. And then they'll be like, oh, we should finish building this. I can fix it. It just wasted some supplies. No big deal. I assure you. I'm trained for this situation. Me being an idiot, that is. So that didn't help at all. What? So it just didn't do the... Okay, I mean, I guess this is what we have to do. It done be broke. Maybe we'll just let that cook for a little bit. Eight construction families should be able to build this thing. In my head canon, it's probably 1394 or 1294. I'm thinking 13.
Hey, bring that piece over here.
You don't tell me what to do. Who do you think you are?
Just give me a hammer and something needs to not move. Just give me a hammer and something needs to not move. I'll put it.
I just need it. Oh, it's working. It's working. God, I love it when a plan comes together. Or in this case, a big wall. Hopefully that build isn't all botched. Okay, it looks like, I mean, it's making progress. So that's the important thing. Perfect. We got our saplings to grow, so now we need to move this advanced area for the decor of the church to right here. And then we'll move it over here. Oh yeah, it's going now. Now the progress meter's actually moving up. You know me, Doc, I always scramble my bones. But, now that we know it's working, I think this is a great place to make our final save. And then call that a day. Thank you so much, YouTube, for watching. If you liked what you saw, you can hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to know when I'm going live. We're generally kind of peak on the weekends. It's usually Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Those are my most active days, so you can tune in then. You can also join the Discord if you want to know more up-to-date details in the description of the video. Thank you all so much, and we shall see you again. Bye-bye. The rest of us are going to go find somebody to raid, which I encourage you to join. You do not have to follow or sub to the person that we are raiding. But even just saying hi or saying something uplifting can encourage them to continue doing what they're doing.